Well, hello. This is our Deepakism of the week. And as you know, one of the things that we have begun to study are the laws of the universe. And for this week, I've been thinking about the concept of fear. And I was watching some videos, and I saw a video of a gentleman who basically has been traveling the world and speaking with shamans. And he was being interviewed, and he was asked the question, you know, what is the basic understanding of what you got? I mean, he's a spiritual. We're all spiritual beings, but he is someone who is sort of on a enlightenment path of his own. So, this isn't something like some out of the blue something that he came to. He's not a businessman who decided to go hang out with the shamans. I mean, this is what he does for a living, and he's an author, and he writes books about spirituality and spiritual wisdom and things like that. So, in any event, someone asked him, the interviewer asked him, what do you think the basic information that you got from these shamans was? And he said that basically the conclusion he came to was that most of us in Eastern and Western culture live our lives out of fear. And, he expanded upon that, but when I was thinking about that concept, I thought, that's pretty much true. I think that a lot of people live their lives out of fear of love relationships, fear of losing a job, fear of losing a lover, fear of not being good enough, fear of being too good, fear of not being accepted, fear of people not liking you. There are all these fears that we all have, and because of fear, we do so many things. So many things that if we were free of fear, we wouldn't even think about doing. If we were completely without fear, can you imagine what things you would do, or what places you would go, or what experiences you would have, or risks you would take if you didn't have fear in your life? So, kind of drilling down on the concept of fear, I thought for myself, what exactly that meant. And I think that one of the things for me that it means is fear of the uncertainty. That's one of the areas where in my life specifically I've mastered areas of it but not other areas. Like, for example, I know that if I lost my job tomorrow, I would be okay. That's not an end of the world scenario for me. However, I also feel like in my own development, if I were to find the love of my life tomorrow, I don't know that I would be okay. I don't know that I would be able to be successful in that relationship. So in the one area, it's like I'm completely sure of myself, and I feel okay. I've conquered that particular issue for myself. But in another area, I haven't. I still have an attachment to outcome. And that kind of brings us to the next law of the universe. And the next law of the universe is the law of detachment. Let me read you the law. The law of detachment. In detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom of uncertainty lies the freedom from our past, from the known, which is the prison of past conditioning. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. Okay, let me reread that because I stuttered through it a little bit, and I think it's important that you hear this. In detachment lies the wisdom of uncertainty. In the wisdom of uncertainty lies the freedom from our past, from the known, which is the prison of our past conditioning. And in our willingness to step into the unknown, the field of all possibilities, we surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. So, I think what's so, it's kind of like, I don't know if any of you know anybody who is in AA, but, well, this isn't even an AA scene, I don't think, but in any event, there's something to the effect of, your best thinking got you where you are. And it's also what, biblical or religious people refer to as leaning to your own understanding. In this law of detachment, it states that you are in a prison of the known, and that's your past conditioning. So we're fearful, but we're only fearful based on our own concepts, our own constructs, our own beliefs, our own past experiences, our own, tapes that we're playing in our minds of things that we believe to be true, or things that people that we cared about told us were true, or, whatever the case may be, but it's our own limited vision. And it says that if we take the opportunity to step into the field of all possibilities, or the field of the unknown, then, how does he put it? We surrender ourselves to the creative mind that orchestrates the dance of the universe. I just think, I'm like almost gonna start crying, because if we, okay, this is ridiculous that I'm crying at this point, but it's just so touching to me, because God is so wonderful and so beautiful, and He loves us so much. And if we would step out of our fear, we would open ourselves up to whatever beautiful symphony, dance, opera, salsa that He has orchestrated for us, and our lives would be all that we wish them to be. I'm just deeply touched by that. I don't ask me why, but it's overwhelming to me right at this moment. So anyway, that being said, this is our assignment for this week. Let me see here. Okay, number 1. And these are meditations that you can think about, and I'll also post them on the side. They're also things that you can focus on for the week. I'd love to hear feedback from last week and the law of giving and receiving. If anybody would like to make a follow-up video, or leave me a comment or send me a PM, that would be great. But anyway, the law of detachment. There are 3 things for you to meditate on with this law for this week. Number 1, today I will commit myself to detachment. I will allow myself and those around me the freedom to be as they are. I will not rigidly impose my idea of how things should be. I will not force solutions on problems, thereby creating new problems. I will participate in everything with detached involvement. Number 2, today I will factor in uncertainty as an essential ingredient of my experience. In my willingness to accept uncertainty, solutions will spontaneously emerge out of the problem, out of the confusion, order, and chaos. The more uncertain things seem to be, the more secure I will feel, because uncertainty is my path to freedom. Through the wisdom of uncertainty, I will find my security. Number 3, I will step into the field of all possibilities and anticipate the excitement that can occur when I remain open to an infinity of choices. When I step into the field of all possibilities, I will experience all the fun, adventure, magic, and mystery of life. So those are the things for us to focus on this week, and I hope everybody had a great week last week. I hope that this is helping people, and good luck, everybody. Talk to you next week. Bye.